Hey, in this video, we're going to learn how we turn this into a 10-bed HMO, even though the planning application for 10 beds was rejected. The planning application for 10 beds was rejected, yeah, but yet still it meets all the regulations to be 2 5-beds. Crazy, right? But sometimes it's about being creative. So is there any other tips, Steve, that you want to share with people on, how we made that happen?
Yeah, we were just open with the planning department. We actually had conversations with the person that was leading on the planning, what their thoughts were, how we could still have a 10-bed as large as we can. They gave us the tips, the requirements that we needed, but then even though we went through that and resubmitted planning and another pre-planning application form, the committee didn't allow it. Even when we said, well, we can still do 2 5-beds into permitted development, it would be better if we did it as one big house. So then we could create even better living accommodation and help people with mental well-being, for workspace, for a bigger living space. But unfortunately, they didn't see that sort of point of view, and we just went, okay, we'll do 2 5-beds into permitted development, and you've not really changed anything. So from that, we cracked on and did the 2 5-beds. and we used as much as the space as we could.
Let's talk about numbers, because people love the numbers. So buying these houses side by side, yeah, it was one transaction.
One transaction, yeah.
So it's like one purchase, but
yes.
Was it one purchase, or was it treated as 2?
So it was treated as one purchase because when we first saw the property, there was doorways interlinking bedrooms, interlinking living rooms, kitchen space. This wall wasn't here. We're actually sat in the living room kitchen area, what was originally here in the property.
Project is near enough done. It's going to be finished this week, fully furnished, and the build team will be done. So what was the purchase price?
So we bought the property at 210,000.
Yeah, 210,000. And how much money we invested into the build?
152,000.
152, and then we had nearly 10k furnishings.
Yeah, that's correct.
Some other structural, architects, build control, about 6k.
Yeah.
Yeah, and there's about another 10k worst case scenario of some other costs here or there.
Yes.
Yeah. So what actually is going to happen is predictive valuation, the prop valuation is about 280 each side. So that actually will bring an estimated £33,000 out of the project, on top of being able to pay everyone and everything back. So after that, that's a nice lump sum of cash. Yes. And then how much is it cash flowing net?
Net profit is £1,800 a month.
Yeah, across the 2. And the good thing is they're next to each other. So the management's more, like the economy of scale is easier. We've got properties all over the country, all over the Midlands, dotted about. Some are dead close together, some are further apart. But some people are like, oh, you got to diversify. I think both. I think, when you've got an area and it works and you want to give people some options, then it's absolutely. So if you've enjoyed this, check out the YouTube channel. Make sure you subscribe, because there's other videos on there. This is a 10-bed, we've got 17 beds, 7 beds, 10 beds, 6 beds, 8 beds, studios, developments, new builds. You go check that out. If you want to keep updated with what we are doing and all of the creative ideas of how to produce superior products, you check it out in the link below.
We're actually using 2 different companies, management companies.
Why?
As well, because we're making it more competitive, and they're, at this moment in time, they're actually leading the way of filling the rooms.
Interesting.
So it's and they're both comparisons. was saying that we could only get between 400 to 450. This came out and said anywhere between 450 and 500, and that's what they're actually getting from our tenants.
Of course, you're always going to get what you say. It's all in the mind.